Hey, hey, hey. How's everybody doing today? It's December. Yes. Happy December. Happy December 1st, everybody. It's the holidays. And you know what else it is? It's RahRah Friday. Woohoo! Yes. Yeah. So excited. First off, let me welcome you to RahRah Real Estate live Facebook show, and where we talk about home, inspiration. We also talk about life, and we're every day we're moving people with heart. So the first thing I want to say though is I'm excited that it's Christmas. And I ain't gonna lie, I love Christmas. I love the holidays. I love it, love it, love it. It's all very exciting. I love the gratitude. I love the music. We have a place called Snowflake Lane here in Bellevue, Washington. I go to it all the time. I love it because it gives me my little happy spot, a happy place. Anyway, everybody who's just jumping on now, I am Patricia Love, and I have the website RahRahRealEstate.Love, where I have a no-cost real estate service. So go over and check it out. We talk about, I help you find a realtor nationwide, but also I'm a lifestylist. So I also mentor and coach, all in positivity and in enthusiasm and motivation, because I like to marry positivity in real estate together. Thus, RahRah. Anyway, guys, I'm so happy you guys are here. I'm excited. I'm going to put this here. First, I got to see here. Oh, there's Monique. Monique is going to Oh, here we go. Monique is going to Snowflake Lane this weekend. It's going to be busy, girl. I'm just telling you. So get there a little early. Maybe I'll see you. Okay. I want to copy this to, let's see here. We want to put this in the comments. If I can get the comments. Let's see here. I just want to do it. Oh my goodness. I guess I have to do it down here. Oh, technology, I swear to God. Okay, there we go. So if anybody wants to jump on, talk to me. Hey, happy holidays, Monique. I love it. Happy holidays. Love Christmas. Love the holidays, like I said. It's awesome. Still got a little bit of a rough voice. I had a cold last week because I got a little rough. But anyway, I'm excited to be here today. It's always fun to do this show. I enjoy it. It just makes me happy. And don't you think we need to do things that make us happy? I'm thinking so. But anyway, today we will be talking about excuses. Yep. Today we're going to talk about excuses. Let me just do this here real quickly. But first, what do we have? Oh my God. Yes, we have Fur Baby Friday with Fancy. And guess who else? Abby. Abby has been showing up everywhere. You're going to see the adventures of Fancy and Abby throughout the holiday season here. I mean, gosh, they've been at Snowflake Lane. They've been hanging out with police officers. They've been hanging out with security guards. They've been hanging out with the Bellevue Fire Department. Oh my gosh, they've been, they were at the Hyatt having fun. You know, they are everywhere. So kind of follow them. They will be on my Instagram, RahRah Agent. So there you go. But first off, we do have Fur Baby Friday with, let's see here. Why is this? We definitely have Fur Baby Friday with Fancy. So we want to make sure that we shout out to all the fur babies out there. Okay. So I'm going to hide this first real quick so you guys can see the kids. But who do we got to shout out today, guys? Huh? You've been having fun. The other thing is, Abby cannot let go of Fancy. And the other day, her skirt was practically falling off. It was terrible. Anyway, I got to watch out for that apparently. So anyway, we got a shout outs. We got 3 shout outs today. And we have the first shout out, it's Fur Baby shout out is to Boston. And I got to make sure I read this correctly. Is to Boston, a 5-year-old terrier from Ashland, Oregon, was sent in by Kathy Bingham. Big shout out to Boston. Hey guys, you want to shout out to Boston? Woo! Also, we've got Mr. Blackie, a 12-year-old cat rescued from a hoarder. It was malnutritioned apparently, and this was sent in from by Jack Dossel from Laramie, Wyoming. Awesome, to Blackie. And then last we have Austin. Austin is a Great Dane, one of those big dogs, Great Dane, much bigger than you guys. Great Dane is 7 years old, sent in from, from Billings, Montana by Barb Mount. So thanks for sending those all in. And we want to give again a big shout out to Boston, Blackie, and Austin. Yes, we love that. So you guys want to hang out for the show a little bit because there's a lot of whant going on, right? We're going to talk about some whant. So anyway, we'll stick around for a minute or two, but in the meantime, we're going to start talking about some whant. And I have to tell you, you know, I see people all day long. I see people, you know, during the week. I have clients. I meet with friends. I meet with other people, and I hear a lot of whant. And, you know, I always talk about positivity. I always talk about attitude. I always talk about moving forward. I mean, this is what RahRah Real Estate's about. I mean, I blended, you know, positivity and real estate together because it does flow into all parts of people's lives, whether you're a CEO of, I don't know, a cabinet maker or entrepreneur or anything. You know, your personal life flows into your business life, and your business life flows into your personal life. And when you're a whant excuses all the time, it's kind of hard to get ahead. And so these people are complaining and they're not being as successful as they'd like to be. And, you know, I want to just tell them, well, quit with the excuses. I mean, quit with the whant. I have to leave because I get tired of the whant. You know, it's like, I don't want to be around that because the negativity it flourishes, it grows. It's like mold. It just grows everywhere, spreads on the walls, like if you're talking real estate. And I got to tell you, it's very frustrating. So I have to ask you a few questions here, guys. And I did put in you know, how to get on the Be Live with me if you want to jump on and go into the lobby and share anything. So feel free to do so, and because I love to always hear you guys' opinions. But anyway, I have made a kind of a list of everything that I hear all the time in the whant area, and we're going to kind of break it down a little bit. But first, I always hear, I'm not educated enough, that's why I'm not anywhere. I just don't have enough money. I mean, we hear that all the time, right? I don't have enough time. That's a big one. I don't have any time. I don't have enough experience. I'm just not ready yet. This is just too hard. This is too difficult. I'm not good enough. Now we get a lot of that because a lot of people feel unworthy and such. I just don't have any luck. How many people say that? I'm just not lucky. I'm just not lucky. Nobody believes in me. Let's see. Other people are holding me back. I'm afraid of what others might think. I'm scared of failure. I fear failure is going to crush me. It's just too risky. I've tried it. It can't be done. I can't deal with all these problems. I'm just not creative enough. I mean, there's so many excuses and so many things you probably have heard. And to me, it's just like, I hear this wham, and I want to go, well, this is probably why you're not all that successful, because you're just doing a lot of wham. And, you know, the first thing I want to say is, for instance, when people say, you know, that they're not educated enough. Okay. Well, then, you know, get yourself educated. You know, online stuff today, you can find out anything. And I realize that not everybody has computers, but I'm talking the general person. I'm not talking the hardship situations. I'm talking about everyday people that have, you know, money. They have okay money. They're making a living. They have a computer. Most of them, even if they don't have any money, have a phone. You can go online and get educated. You can learn so much about so many things. The other thing is, go out into the world and talk to people to get yourself educated, to learn more, because knowledge is power. I will admit that. Knowledge is definitely power. And so the more educated you are, the more power you have and the more success you have. But don't keep saying, I'm not educated enough. Do something about it. Do something about it. Because if you keep saying that, no, you're not going to be educated and you're not going to do anything about it. I have a 2-year college. I didn't go to 4 years. But boy, do I read all the time. I'm looking at online. I'm studying all the time. I'm learning different things because I know I'm smart, because when I wanted to do something, I always aced things. I was just not a great student in school because I was thinking about doing other things. But that didn't excuse me from not learning. And because especially in today's age, we don't have to open up a book. We can open up the computer and learn. So don't let that stop you. You can do it. You can do anything. Number 2 is, I'm not really numbering these, but is I don't have enough money. Once again, when you get yourself educated a little bit more, knowledge is power. The more knowledge you have, the more money you're likely to make, because the more information you have, you can then start creating those avenues of success. So do not let that be an excuse that you have no money. There was times when I had no money. 10 years ago, I was on the floor, wondering where my next meal was going to come from because I made some really stupid decisions. But that didn't stop me. You know, I had to figure it out. Maybe I had to do a lot of extra work because I couldn't pay anybody to do anything. I had to educate myself. I had to do more and figure it out myself. I didn't know anything about online stuff. I had to figure it out. I had to learn it on my own. And I would take YouTubes and I would do all this stuff. So educating yourself. And then, you know, if you don't have any money, you can do things. There's a lot of free things. I know people are selling things all the time, and you think if you don't get that particular thing that you're not going to be a winner, or that particular course, I guess you might say. There's lots of ways. That's the easy way of selling it. And sometimes you're buying those things and that doesn't help you anyway, just FYI. So go on YouTube, go on online and learn how to create and make money. Learn how to save money, because that's the first part of when you have no money. Start saving money. You might be surprised just how much money you spend. Whoops. Uh-oh. Well, we had a little fall here. So we're going to move these guys over here because I don't want anything to happen to them. Okay. All right. Not enough time. Oh my God. How many times do we hear that? Wah, wah. This is so amazing to me. And I've said it myself. We always say, well, I just don't have time to do that. I just don't have time enough to do that. Well, you know what? You have to make time if you want to do something. There's always 24 hours in the day. It's how you decide to utilize that 24 hours. Maybe you only want to sleep for 7 hours instead of 8 hours because you need to get up and do something. You need to get up and work out. You need to get up and do some social media, or you need to do some goal setting. You know, somebody said to me a long time ago that, oh, you'll never go to Europe because you just never make the time, and you don't have enough time. No, that person was a negative person in my life. I created the time. I went for 3 weeks. I made the time, and it didn't affect lots of things. I blocked it off. There is always time. It's just how you prioritize. Or if it is a priority, is it a priority for you to be successful? Is it a priority for you to lose weight? Is it a priority for you to do things? Then you will make it happen. You just need to scale it, put that time block out, block off time. There's always time. So these things I'm telling you, I want you to think about, because we don't think about them enough. And what happens is then you just have all these wah excuses that you wonder why you're not getting anywhere. And it's because if you start listening to your own self, you're going to start hearing your own excuses. You do have enough time. It's just how you want to use it, and if you're making it a priority. So there is enough time. Another one is I don't have enough confidence. Well, you know what? When you learn, let's put it this way. When I was learning online stuff, I didn't have any confidence in it because I was like a lot older, learning this stuff. And of course, everybody says, well, you're too old to learn that. No, you're not. I'm not. I made it a priority to learn this stuff. I wanted to learn. So I went online and I learned it. And when I learned more and more about social media, then I gained more confidence. It's like when I first started in real estate 25 years ago, my first offer that I had to write took me 6 hours. 6 hours to write it. I even told my client, well, I need to go back to the office and write this up because I want to write it up on this paper and I'll get back to you. I didn't want to write it up in front of him because it would take me 6 hours because I didn't have the confidence. So I went back and I wrote it up, and I wrote it up with my mentor and all that stuff. But the more you do it, the more confidence you get. So you want to make sure you do things and towards what you're doing and what you love, you will become more confident. If you want to start a new business, start learning about that business and what you need to do. And then, even the business part of it, the goals, the money, the business side, who I need to talk to. The more you do it, the more confidence you will have. Just for instance, a good example, video. I started doing video about, I guess, 4 or 5 years ago. It was before they were doing more of the YouTube-y. They were doing more of the, camera on, not live. Let's put it that way. And I remember my first video, it took me 4 hours to do because I didn't like what I looked like. I didn't have any confidence. I thought I had a crooked mouth, which I do, but I didn't have any confidence. So it's when you actually start doing something, you gain confidence. So step out, try it. It's okay if you don't do it right. You will get better. Nobody, it's like when you go into the store and there's a person that's just starting off on the cash register, right? And they have their manager next to them helping them. And of course, they're like, well, I'm just learning, I'm just starting. And they're scared and they're nervous, okay? When you go back and a month from now see that same person, they're going to be so confident, they're going to know what they're doing. You have to start someplace. You will gain that confidence. So don't let that stop you. Okay, not enough experience. That kind of goes along with the confidence situation where you just have to learn. The more knowledge you have, the more confidence you will get and the more experience you get. We all started someplace. When we're 18, 19, 20 years old, we just got our first job. We're just learning. The first thing to all of this is acknowledging the fact that maybe you're not as confident as you should be, or that, you don't have as much knowledge, but you can learn it. And the more you learn, the more powerful you become. And power is knowledge. Keep remembering that. Okay, so the other couple things I want to go over is, there's people that say, I just not lucky enough. I'm just not lucky. Wah, wah. You know what? We make our own luck. And there's sometimes maybe by doing and experiencing and getting knowledge and meeting people, you create your own luck. Luck is winning the lottery. So you just go and get a lottery ticket and the random numbers. That's luck. Everything else, you can create your own luck. And it's called working hard. Because then that's when people go, oh, you're just so lucky everything falls into place. No, that's because I'm working at it every day. I'm trying to do my best. And then luck kind of falls into my hands because I put myself out there. Things are happening. So you create your own luck. So don't go with the want about I'm not lucky enough, okay? The other one is like, things are just too hard. Things are just too hard. Here we go, playing the victim again. People are, doing things every day. It's not hard. It's just it's your attitude that's hard. It's when you actually keep trying and doing things, it's not hard. It becomes easy. And if everything was easy, everybody would do it, right? Well, it's not hard. It's just being consistent. And it's actually just trying. So again, I hear these excuses every single day. Excuse me. The other big one is it's never the right time. It's not the right time. Oh, I shouldn't do it. It's not the right time. Well, when is the right time? What? When is the right time? People always say, like, I hear this a lot with parents sometimes, like, well, we don't want to have any children because it's not the right time. You know what? It's never the right time. You just figure it out. If you keep waiting, that right time is going to be when you're 80 and you're going to go, oh, well, now I'm too old. Do you want that to happen? No. So if the right time is now, start now. If you want to lose weight, start now. Today, cut out the sodas. Start now. It's never a right time. You know, that's crazy. You know, the other things that people say is, well, the economy is not so good. You know, when 5 or 10 years ago, when the economy was really bad, supposedly, well, it was bad. I sometimes kind of go, well, there's a lot of media driven into that, but people are still making money during the hard times. In fact, sometimes they make more money. So there's never a bad time, because tomorrow doesn't come. Yesterday's gone. You only have today. Start today. You'll make it the right time. So that's just a big excuse about it's not the right time. It's, what does it say here? Everyone is waiting for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment, people. The perfect moment is right now. Another big one that I get is, well, you know, my family, my friends are holding me back. Well, if you've acknowledged that and that people are holding you back, maybe there's some negativity around you. Maybe you need to remove yourself from that negativity, because negativity, like I said earlier, is like mold, and it just basically, you know, just it's eating away at you. And crawling up the walls, and you inhale it. You need to get rid of that negativity. If it's family, just push yourself away from them. You know, maybe you don't see them quite as much. I'm not talking about children who are under 18 or under. I'm talking about adults. I'm getting the want from adults. They're not living with their parents. They have choices. You can choose to move away from those negative people. So choose to do so. So it's an excuse. Again, another excuse. People are holding you back. No, you're holding yourself back. So I'm being really pointed at this, because I hear so many times and every single day that of the excuses that people are doing. I guess I should put my name back up here so people know who I am. The other one I want to say is people are afraid of making mistakes. You know, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody. And just want to make sure. Yeah, everybody makes mistakes. So we have, you know, unless we fail or we don't maybe do something perfectly, we don't learn. We don't grow. And it's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay not to be perfect. Nobody is perfect. So when you make a mistake, that just means you just learned something and now you can move forward. So don't use that as an excuse. The same thing is when people are scared of failing. To say basically the same thing. Mistakes and failures go together. I don't want to fail. Everybody will like look at me. If you don't fail, you're not growing. I've failed a million times. That might be an exaggeration. I failed so many times, but I didn't allow that to stop me, because being successful, and if you talk to any huge successful person, they're all going to tell you that they failed. They failed and they got right back up and started again. If you have something that you want to do so badly, whether it's just, you know, personal or career, a business, don't let people stop you. And if you make a mistake, don't let that stop you. You can keep going. So again, with the wah-wah, we don't want to hear the wah-wah. Let's see. There's too many obstacles. There's too many things going on. There's always obstacles in life. We're always going to have obstacles in life. We're always going to have stuff happening. Those are, again, just wah-wah, you know, like, oh, that got in my way, or I can't do that because, you know, somebody else is doing a better job, or they took my place, or, you know, obstacles are made to go through, to go around, to go over. So that's just an excuse. There's too many obstacles. You know, we have to take a look at ourselves. You know, if I let all these things and all these people stop me, I wouldn't be starting a new business, which, by the way, is doing well. Because I'm acknowledging the things that I recognize some of the things that are happening. If there's an obstacle in a way, it's like, okay, well, how can I get around this one? Instead of like, oh, there's an obstacle. How do I get around this one? What can I do to be better? What can I do? You know, if I got negative people around me, I'm the first person to say, oh, there's a lot of negativity around me. This is what I brought it up. All this week I was around wants. I was around everybody complaining, excuses. And instead of doing something about it, they were just wallowing in their pity. They were playing the victim. And it gets a little tiring to hear after a while. And so those are negative people that I don't necessarily want to be around. And then these aren't like close friends. These are just networking people. These are people out networking. You're at groups and different things. And they're like, wah, wah. You know, like, I wish I could do this, but, you know, I can't because I got some negativity going on. So if you start asking questions to people, it's amazing all the negative answers you get and all the can'ts that come in and the could've or should'ves and everything that comes in. You know, it's just always amazing to me how we stop ourselves, that we are our own excuse, you might say. We're using ourselves as an excuse. Nobody can do anything. You will never grow unless you are willing to look at yourself, acknowledge your faults, acknowledge things that are around you, and change them. You have choices. And all these excuses of people are holding me back, I'm afraid of what others might think of me, I don't have enough money. These are just excuses. There's a way around everything. And you need to address it in a positive way. You need to get the negative verbiage out of your head. You need to start talking affirmations to yourself. And, you know, this is preached every single day by gurus everywhere. Tony Robbins, Tracy, Buffini, everybody preaches this. But it seems like nobody is listening. You start, but then you don't finish. You've got to do this daily with the no excuses. You got to get up in the morning and say, I don't have any excuses today. I am going to move forward. I'm going to move forward with my goals. I'm going to block out time because I do have time. I'm going to make time. And you know, you don't want to say like, if you want to lose weight, oh, I gotta go do this. No, you're choosing to go do things. Let's change our verbiage. Let's change our mental attitude. Let's get rid of the excuses get rid of the wants. This is holding you back from living the most productive and incredible life that you could live. And you guys are worth it. You guys are so worth living the life you want and enjoying it. People ask me all the time, and I kind of touched on it at the very beginning because we're getting close to the end, but you know, I do real estate. What my business is real estate, but who I am is positivity and a good attitude. That has played very well for me in all of my life. Yes, have I had failures? Yes, have I had roadblocks? Yes, have I had obstacles? Yes. But I may have went for 5 or 10 minutes because it's okay to went. But it's when you continually do it daily, end after end, like I can't do this. And then you wonder when you're 40, 45 years old, why didn't I get anywhere? I'm not where I want to be. Well, even if you got to 40, 45, 50, you're still not where you are or want to be. You can still get there. You just got to stop the excuses. You're going to run into obstacles. You're going to run into failures. You're going to run into all kinds of excuses. It's how your mental attitude thinks about it is going to make you successful. So people, stop with the want. And, you know, if you guys got questions or anything, you know, whether it's real estate or just life in general, because I have had a life of negativity, but I've learned how to overcome it. So I would say I'm an expert. I'm an expert on overcoming negativity along with real estate. So if you got questions on real estate or life, please feel free to email me at Patricia at RahRahRealEstate.Love. I'd love to answer them. I'd love to help you. My big thing is giving. I believe in giving and then you receive. And I don't make any excuses. I rant once in a while and I catch myself. And the biggest thing that you can do for you, or just take away right now today on my little rant, you might say, on my rant, is that sit down in a quiet corner and acknowledge if you are doing and using excuses. Acknowledge it, okay? That's all I ask you. Because when you acknowledge things, that's when you can fix things. So, all right, guys, that is my rant for the day on the rant excuses. So please, everybody, I want you to have a happy holiday. We've got the adventures of Ebby and Fancy going on. So keep an eye on my Facebook, RahRah Real Estate, because we got lots of adventures going on with them this month, and it's so fun. Again, I love Christmas. I cannot lie. So you'll see me at Snowflake Land, hopefully lots of times. You'll see me probably jumping on and giving some good, maybe some real estate tips and some inspirational tips periodically. I feel like people need it. So anyway, that's it for this Rah Friday. So what do I always say, guys, when I get done here? Well, first off, make sure you join me next week at 9:30 Pacific Standard Time for RahRah Real Estate, where we definitely talk about home, inspiration, life, and every day we're moving people with heart. But I always want to leave you with, go out and make somebody smile. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye.